I mean, honestly, if you just sat back, was there anyone equipped to beat LeBron James legitimately?
Any team at all?
In the East?
I thought the Celtics could because of their.
They don't have enough offensively,
and that's what stood out.
They didn't have enough offensively.
That's what stood out. But their defense looked like it could have given them problems. But what stood out was they just couldn't keep up offensively, which is ironic.
And you saw they were better offensively when they lost Isaiah Thomas and they had more motion on the offensive side of the court.
You mean there was more teamwork?
They were actually sharing the ball. And that was something that the Cavs struggled to defend. And now we're seeing that come up again in the NBA Finals. And now everybody's surprised that they're having a hard time stopping the Golden State Warriors. Why? They struggled in the conference finals stopping an offense that has a lot of motion, everybody moving without the ball.
Right.
Passing, making the extra passes, passing up a good shot for a great shot. We saw that in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now we're continuing to see that in the NBA Finals.
Would the Cavs have gotten, do you think, to the finals, even in this 1-16 format that we're talking? Do you think they still could have gotten to the finals, or would they?
I think they still would have gotten into the finals, but the question would have been, would LeBron James have extended himself too much to the point where he wouldn't have anything left in the tank to be able to compete against the Golden State Warriors? And I think that's where it would have been left. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. LeBron James, I don't know that LeBron James can play any better than he's playing right now.
He's having a triple-double. I don't think so either. And he looks exhausted.
But again, I don't know if it's enough. And I think we're starting to see that frustration come out from him, particularly toward the end of the game, particularly in the third quarter last night. You saw the frustration on his face. And they don't have any answers in terms of being able to get better shots on the offensive side of the court and defend the Golden State Warriors. And it's everybody on the Golden State Warriors, right? It's everybody on the offensive side of the court. Klay Thompson didn't have a great game offensively in game one, but he contributed defensively.
Right.
Last night he had 22 points. So, I mean, you start talking about guys getting contributions from Iguodala, who looks like he's shooting a little bit better than he had earlier in the playoffs. All of these guys contributing to the success, but it's because they're getting opportunities because they share the ball and they get open shots.
That's why I don't think they're bad for the league. I mean, as much as you want to say it's bad for the league,
it's good basketball.
Thank you. Maybe it'll finally bring us back to playing the right way, and other teams are going to have to keep up with them. So maybe it is a good thing. I'm kind of liking this 1-16 idea though, because I do think, would you reseed like the NHL does? Would you reseed?
Yeah.
So you would have it. To me, it would make it a lot more challenging if then every round you reseed. And you talked about also doing a 2-3-2 format going into the finals, not necessarily in the finals, but going in if you want to take away, because like here's some match like Golden State's first round matchup would have been the Bulls.
Yeah, Chicago. They win that.
Right, but you're still going to Chicago from the Bay Area, so there's a little more travel involved than typical in the West.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, listen, you have a day off in between games. You do it during the regular season anyway. I mean, if you want to fly, you can fly on the day off. When you go from Chicago to Golden State, you're gonna gain 3 hours anyway, 2 hours anyway, whatever it is.
Right. I think we're at that point. I do think we're at that point. You could change it up, but the question is, would it make the playoffs any more competitive? Would it make it better?
No, I think it would. I mean, could you imagine if Cleveland has to see San Antonio before the finals, or if Cleveland has to see Houston before the finals,
which would have happened, which definitely would have happened if they both advance. There's no question. The next round, their next round, I think the Golden State's next round would have been Clippers-Wizards, that Clippers-Wizards matchup.
Yeah, which they win. Maybe you see. Maybe, I mean, listen. I mean, bottom line is that the top four seeds would be Golden State, San Antonio, Houston, and Boston. Now, Boston was a good team. I don't think they were a number one seed. So, say Golden State, San Antonio, Houston, and Cleveland are the teams that are standing for the conference finals or whatever you call it, the finals before the NBA finals.
Yep.
Is you'd have Golden State versus Cleveland.
Yeah, but you might have that before
San Antonio, Houston
before you get to the final.
Which the NBA probably doesn't want, but still.
No, they don't want that. Not at all.
It'd be great, though, the lead-up.
Can you imagine?